cheer on their beloved team. The mercury will stay low today in this game between the Storm and the Chargers. And here come the Chargers. Mid-season now is upon us, and these two teams from Conference USA are about to square off in a big-time matchup. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler, and my co-hosts are Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso. The Storm are a confident bunch of kids, and rightfully so. Kirk, this team is just too powerful.
Well, I agree with you. I don't think this one will be close at all. The away team looks to be pretty unstoppable offensively, and that's primarily because of their quarterback. Not only is this guy gifted physically, he's got such a grasp of this game mentally. Lee, he's a...
Forget about it. The away team is going to come in here and pound the ball right at this defense. And when they're done with that, Kirk, they're going to pound them and pound them and pound them even more.
Thanks, guys. Let's take it down to the field and get ready for the game. We're ready to get this one underway as the teams are lined up for the opening kick. Short kick. He didn't get a hold of that one. Davenport takes it to 15. Bounces off the would-be tackler. They'll start this drive at the 31. The Storm line up with two tight ends. They go with a toss. And down he goes. Couldn't get anything out of that.
No gain on the play.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 31-yard line. The Storm with a stacked backfield. They'll run the option. Now he pitches it. Couldn't stay in bounds long enough to make a gain out of it.
Defend a run from the inside out. That's what coaches tell you every day, and that's exactly what they did right here.
Third down, 13. Ball on the 28-yard line. Drops back to pass. He's looking. Throws this one out to the right. Incomplete pass. So they go 3 and out after that incompletion. No surprise here as they prepare to punt it away. Jeffrey gets it off. Van fields it at the 41. Well, we've seen one offensive drive stall. Let's see how this offense does with their first possession. They'll get the ball here at the 42. The Chargers come out in the ace formation on the ground with the tailback. And he's taken down. 6 yards on the carry.
Gain of 6 on the play.
It's second down and 4 to go. Ball on the 48. The Storm bring in their dime package. Ball's loose. And I think one of the big guys fell on it for the defense. And so the defense gets the turnover.
Yep, the quarterback should have done a better job of holding on to the football. Now it cost him a turnover.
They'll go to work at the 47. The Storm with a full house backfield. Drake hands it off. And now he'll lateral it. Sanderson brings him down for a loss.
They sent the blitz and drilled the running back before he could find any daylight.
It looks like this defense has put up some very impressive numbers thus far.
I'll tell you why. They're fast, they're strong, and they tackle well. That combination means one thing for the offenses. Nightmare.
Lee, they've been playing great football all year. You're lucky if you can even get past the 50, let alone find the end zone.
And he's brought down. What an outstanding play that was.
Yo, that was a perfectly designed pass play, and they ran it to perfection.
They find themselves in the red zone for the first time today. Drake with the give, and he gets the touchdown. Nice job by the running back, getting in for the touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. So here's the Pontiac drive summary to recap what just happened. The Storm ready to kick. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Hoffman fields it in the end zone. We might see two hands on the ball after their last drive.
Yeah, but if you start thinking too much about fumbling, you become less effective as a runner. They just need to go out there and play their game.
They'll take over at the 17.
17-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Chargers come out in the ace formation. Steps up. Wants to throw outside. And it falls incomplete. He just let his wide out a little too much that time. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line. One man backfield. He drops back. Looks. Throws this one out to the right. Shakes off a tackle. And he's tackled. What do you think of that one, Mr. Corso?
Well, I'm going to say that was a nice catch. He got a bunch of yards there, and that's going to spread this defense out a little.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 45. The Chargers come out in the ace formation. Back to pass. Looking. He steps up. He throws it. The ball is tipped. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. That could have easily been a turnover.
Yeah, I don't even think the quarterback even saw that guy.
Well, he almost saw him running the other direction with the football.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. The Storm line up in a nickelback. Van gets it on the counter. Sprague with a takedown. About 7 yards on that carry.
7-yard gain on the play.
Here's where the offense stands compared to the rest of the nation.
Yeah, they sure are struggling when they have the ball. Nothing good seems to happen when they're on offense.
They'll run for the first on 3rd and short. Broke away from one. And he's tackled. Albuquerque managed to get enough there to move the chain.
Yeah, good effort there by the back to be able to get the ball upfield and pick up another valuable first down.
It's 1st and 10, and this is the 6th play of the drive. Van is the single setback. Van on a counter. They'll drop him for a loss.
Well, the offensive line needs to do a better job up front of opening the hole for the running back.
After a quarter of play, our score is the Storm 7, the Chargers nothing. It looks like this defense has put up some very impressive numbers thus far.
I'll tell you why. They're fast, they're strong, and they tackle well. That combination means one thing for the offense. Nightmare.
Lee, they've been playing great football all year. You're lucky if you can even get past the 50, let alone find the end zone.
A 7-yard run by the running back. So another 3rd down upcoming for the offense. Van, the lone back, and they'll run him again. Bradshaw brings him down. Solid play by the defense, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That wasn't a bad gain there, but getting first downs are way more important than your rushing average.
Fourth and 2. Ball on the 33-yard line.
They gotta go for it here. Dave will hand it off. They'll bring him down. Not quite enough for the first. Looks like they'll turn it over on downs.
You know what? I think they still made the right call there.
Yeah, it was worth the gamble, even though they didn't make it.
They'll line up in the wishbone. Drake options out. Got some open field. The ball came free. First and 10. Ball on the 46.
46-yard line.
They come out in the Maryland I. Here's the option. Shake and bake move. Brought down at the 49-yard line. The Storm are going to take a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. It's second down and 7 to go. Ball right around midfield. Davenport is the deep back as they line up in the I. Drake back to pass. Wants to throw outside. Almost intercepted. That could have been a big play for the defense.
Yeah, even though he had a good shot at picking it off, it's still a heck of a play to force the incomplete pass.
Drops back to pass. Throws, and they've got the screen set up. Guys, someone must have got the hand up there because that ball came out of there kind of funny.
You bet. The quarterback let it fly, but it had no chance after that big tree got in the way.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
And they're ready to punt this one away. Jeffrey punts it, and he didn't get much distance on it. Van takes it at the 23. Defense says they've got it, and they do. They'll start this drive at the 23-yard line. The Chargers come out in the ace formation. He's looking. Wants to go long and does. At the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and they'll score.
Do they have that defense guessing now or what? I mean, did you see how well the quarterback hid the ball?
Yeah, some quarterbacks are just so good at selling the play action. It's truly an overlooked skill. You take my friend Kirk here, for example. He wasn't known for his speed, but boy, he could do a good play fake.
Are you calling me slow? This is coming from a guy whose nickname is based on his foot speed. Isn't that right, Scooter?
Yeah, left out sunshine. It's Sunshine Scooter, sweetheart.
And he hits the PAT. So with less than 2 to go in the second quarter, our score is the Chargers 7, the Storm 7. The Chargers looks ready to kick this one off. He kicks it. McClintock fields it at the 19. Juke move. The offense comes back on the field, hoping to build off their last drive.
They had something going, but were unable to get any points.
They'll get the ball here at the 33. It's a full house backfield. Drake to the air on first down. Wants to throw outside. The ball is tipped. The defense needed that one.
How about the move here by this cornerback? Great play that time, getting a hand on the football.
So it's second and 10. Ball on the 33. They'll line up in the wishbone. Drake drops to throw. Looks, rolling out to the right side. Picked off by the linebacker. He didn't throw it away under pressure, and it really cost him.
It sure did. He saw that he was going to get hit and just threw one up for grabs. He's got to learn to take the sack.
Van, the lone back. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Tackle. They'll get 6 yards.
With the carry, gain of 6 on the play.
Second and 4. Ball on the 35.
35-yard line.
The Chargers come out in the ace formation. Dave gives it up the middle. Harris with a takedown. The Chargers call for a timeout, and that was their first timeout. It's 1st and 10, ball on the 30. Day comes to the line with 3 wide. Van will run it again. He's got a lot of green. They'll bring him down, and that was a fantastic run by the tailback.
This defense has got to get back to the basics. Just a simple counter play, and they were not ready at all.
I don't know. They're just getting overpowered right now up front.
For the first time today, we'll get to see how this defense responds when they're backed up into the red zone. That's a 7-yard gain. The Chargers are going to take a timeout, and that was their last timeout. On the 12, and they can smell the goal line. Van alone in the backfield. They hand off on the counter. Sapp brings him down. Wow, that looked like the same play again.
And that is the 3rd time in a row they run that play.
I think you're right. This defense has to regroup here and devise a scheme to counter this play.
Day with 3 wide receivers. Van on the inside handoff. And guys, what do you think of that touchdown run?
Boy, I really like the way the line made room for this guy to run through.
I like the way he used his vision there to run through the hole. This offense is really clicking right now.
And he tacks on the extra point. The fine folks at Pontiac bringing us this summary of how that drive took place. Williams is lined up to kick this one off. And they'll be returning this one. McClintock takes from the 10. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Clipping on the receiving team. Half the distance to the spot of the foul.
So clipping on the play will send the offense backward.
You're always taught that if you can see a player's name on his jersey, don't block him.
Hey, apparently he didn't see it. And another thing he might not see is more playing time.
The Storm line up in the power I formation. Drake on the option left side. Gets past the tackler. Brought down. The offense calls a timeout. That was their 2nd timeout. First and 10. Ball on the 32. Davenport is the single setback. He rolls out to the right. Pressure coming. Hall drops it.
Incomplete pass. Hall, the intended receiver on the play.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 32. They'll line up in the wishbone. Back to pass. He might have a chance. Looks like he's going to run. Tackled. And he turned that one into a nice game.
Brad, this is a spectacular play by the quarterback. He caught the defense napping and, whoo, he took off.
They'll throw on 1st down. Looking. Here he goes. He keeps it. And he's taken down. The Storm call for a timeout. And now they got no timeouts left. First and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line. One more play now before we hit halftime, so they'll most likely throw one towards the end zone here. Under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. And we've reached halftime here. The score at the break, the Chargers 14, the Storm 7. Second half just about set to get underway as the teams line up for the kick.
Hoffman back deep to return.
Here's the kick. Van fields it in the end zone. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll set up shop at the 18.
18-yard line.
The Chargers come out in the ace formation. Van takes a handoff. Big opening. He spins. Carty with a takedown. And he busts a big one on this defense.
The way this halfback is running the ball, I'd put a few more guys in the box there defensively to try to stop him.
It's 1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. The Chargers come out in the ace formation. They keep it on the ground with a tailback. Bradshaw brings him down. That's a gain of 8.
Gain of 8 on the play.
2nd and 2 coming up here. Ball on the 38-yard line. The Chargers come out in the ace formation. Stanley with a takedown. They got a little bit there, but less than a yard.
1 yard gain on the play.
It's 3rd down and a yard for the first down. Ball on the 39. The Chargers come out showing 3 wide. Van gets another carry. Stanley brings him down. They keep it on the ground and get the first down.
Good call there on 3rd down by the old head coach.
Yeah, and also give credit to the big boys up front. They did an excellent job of allowing the back to get nice yardage there.
Van on the inside handoff. Stewart with a takedown. He's been taking it to the opposition all game long.
This halfback has run over, around, and through this defense. This kid's a good-looking football player.
Second down and 5. Ball on the 49. Ace backfield. Van, the ball carrier. Carty brings him down. And that one goes for a big, big first down.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully like that, the defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend.
Day comes to the line with 3 wide. Van again. Clayton with a takedown. They get 5 yards on the play.
5 yard gain on the play.
2nd and 5 coming up here. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Day with 3 wide receivers. Van gets another carry. And down he goes. So nothing fancy about this offense. They just run the same play over and over.
No kidding. What's that? Like 3 in a row now?
I think it is. Get ready. Number 4 might be coming up right here.
1st and 10. They're in the red zone. Their last trip down here was a success. Let's see if this one will result in another touchdown. And he needs a blow right now. Lions lines up in a deep back, I formation. Day with the give. Here's an opening, and they'll score. A powerful run by the halfback to reach Pater.
Yeah, he's hot. Keep giving him the rock.
And he hits the PAT. Let's take a glance now at the Pontiac drive summary. Williams ready to kick. He kicks it. McClintock fields it at the 11. Well, before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. They'll take over at the 27. They'll line up in the wishbone. Here's the option. And they hit him in the backfield. So they wrapped him up before he could get anything going.
Well, this offense is trying to establish the option game, but right now there's nothing there.
Good thing that wasn't a turnover. I thought he was going to pitch it.
2nd and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 25-yard line. The Storm with a stacked backfield. Drake will hand it off. Ferris brings him down. They grab 8 yards there.
Gain of 8 on the play.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Our score in this one, the Chargers 21, the Storm 7. 3rd and 4. Ball on the 33-yard line. He drops back. He'll dump this one off. And it's caught. Ferris with a takedown. They convert on 3rd and long, guys.
With the offense coming through in a big way that time. How about the timing on that route, Coach?
Yeah, Kirk, the quarterback was able to throw to a spot, and the receiver was there to catch it for a 1st and 10. Nice play.
I think the offensive coordinator likes that play, guys.
Apparently, that was the exact same play again.
Well, when you know you can exploit the defense with a certain play, you run it, and you run it often.
Drops back to pass. Throws it to the outside. Someone got a hand on it. Great defensive play by the cornerback. So it's 2nd and 10. And this is the 6th play of the drive. Back to pass. He's going left. It's deflected. The corner made a good play on the ball.
He sure did. This kid is very athletic. If he doesn't get a pick, he does his best to knock the ball down.
The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. They'll line up in the wishbone. Drake steps back to pass. He takes off. Has some daylight. It's on the ground. And the ball-hawking safety scoops it out. Coach, how about that play?
Boy, that's a nice play by a key part of this defense. This safety is a big-time football player, and that fumble recovery shows you why.
They'll go to work at the 25-yard line. Van, the lone back. Van gets the call. Downing brings him down. Short little gain there, just trying to keep that clock running.
Keep that clock running and keep that other offense off the field.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 27. The Chargers come out in the ace formation. Dave gives it up the middle. Sheds that one. Tackle. And they move the chains once again.
And that's what they need. Move the chains and keep the other team from getting their hands on the football.
1st and 10. Ball on the 35. Van is the single setback. They'll go with a run once again. The Storm are going to take a timeout, and that was their first timeout. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 35. The Chargers come out showing 3 wide, and they'll run them again. He's got an opening. The Storm call for a timeout, and they'll have 1 timeout left. It's 3rd and inches. Ball on the 45-yard line. Single set backfield. They hand off on a counter. He's hit, got away. Clayton with a takedown. And a good run by the halfback.
That was a sensational play right there. And you know why? Because they converted the 1st down and kept the other offense off the field.
It's 1st and 10. This is the 6th play of this drive. The Chargers line up with 3 wide. On the ground with the tailback. Harris brings him down. The offense calls a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. It's 2nd down and 8, and this is the 7th play of the current drive. The Storm bring in their dime package. Here's the give. Larson with a takedown. The halfback runs for 4 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Have a look at our Old Spice players of the game. Red zone, when performance matters the most. Day comes to the line with 3 wide. They keep it on the ground with a tailback.
That running back has to shake that tackle. Corners are not supposed to bring you down behind the line of scrimmage.
Come on, Kirk. That was a good-looking play by the corner. He did a good job of wrapping up and not letting him go anywhere.
4th and 8. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Well, looks like the coach is going to take a chance here and go for it on 4th down. Feeling the pressure. Should they have played that a little more conservatively and punted that one away?
Yes, they should have. Now the other team gets the ball in great field position.
They'll start this drive at the 47-yard line. The Storm come out in the wishbone. They'll throw on first down. He's going left. Big opening. Wingate lays it on him. What a catch, and that's going to give him a first down.
Well, that's a big play for the offense, but I think the defense needs to play a little bit tighter in the secondary.
They'll line up in the wishbone. Drops back to pass. He goes downtown. And they couldn't hook up on that one. Knocked loose from the receiver.
The defender timed that hit perfectly.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 35. It's a full house backfield. Drake back to throw. He's looking. Rolls to the right. He's under some heat. He takes off. Here's an opening. They'll bring him down. And a big gain on a quarterback scramble.
Easy play there. The receivers run the defenders off, and all the quarterback has to do was run to the vacant spot on the field.
And don't forget about the awareness of the quarterback, recognizing the coverage and having the courage to tote it downfield.
He had a whole lot of room to run on that one.
When the pressure's coming from the inside and the quarterback can escape the pocket, it usually means he's going to have some room to run.
He drops back. Lays one out there to the end zone. And the running back made a nice catch there for the score. And he tacks on the extra point. This drive summary is brought to you from our good friends at Pontiac. Jones will try to hit it just right so they can get a high bounce. With the onside kick. Well, they tried, but they couldn't get the ball back.
Brad, they still have some time left, but it'll be up to their defense now to make a big play.
They'll get the ball here at the 30. One-man backfield.
The Chargers take over at the 30-yard line.
Back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Throws it to the outside. Complete. And he's tackled. The Chargers are going to take a timeout. That was their second timeout. It's 1st and 10. Ball right around midfield. Van lines up in the deep back. I formation. Day drops back to pass. Looks. He lets it go deep down the middle. It falls incomplete. A little too much juice on that one.
This quarterback sometimes gets a little bit too excited back there and tries to put too much on it. You gotta relax and just make a good throw.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball right around midfield. The Storm line up with 6 defensive backs. Looking, throws to the middle. Someone got a hand on it. And instead of taking a knee, they throw an incompletion. Bizarre choice.
Very bizarre, because that stops the clock. I'm not sure whose decision that was.
It's 3rd down and 10. Ball right around midfield. The defense will stack the line of scrimmage. He's looking. Steps up in the pocket. Heaves a long one down the middle. Batted ball. He's lucky that pass fell innocently to the turf.
Yep, total coverage on that one. Got to pick his destinations better.
4th and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Rather than punt it away, they're going to take a shot at this defense. Steps up. Across the middle. Sheds a tackler. Sprague with a takedown. This one should be interesting.
Pass interference on the defense. The penalty is declined. 1st down.
First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
31-yard line.
Well, that'll wrap up another chapter in NCAA Football 2005. And our final count, the Chargers, 21, and the Storm, 14. This is Brad Nessler for Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit saying so long.